Hello and welcome everybody to the Mindset Manifesting Business Show. We have got Julia Schneider with us today, and she's a holistic self-care coach, which is an absolutely beautiful topic. Julia, thank you so much for coming on the show and being interviewed. I cannot wait to dive into all the beautiful things that you have to tell us about. I'm going to quickly introduce you and read her bio to you. So, Julia is a holistic health and life transformational coach, helping to uplift happiness and well being on the planet. Julia specializes in helping women heal their nervous system so they can enjoy better health, deeper love, and greater success. Her areas of expertise are somatic and adult attachment, healthy mindset, emotional well-being, belief and behavior pattern transformation, physical well-being, nutrition, movement, and relaxation. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. I have a degree, Julia has a degree in kinesiology and health sciences, and she's a certified holistic health and lifestyle coach, a feminine power coach, and leader, and a seasoned wellness entrepreneur. She uses principles that she shares in her own life and credits these as the source of her own fulfillment, success, healthy life, work balance, and the ability to live an exciting and inspired life. Julia, my heart is bursting with love for you. This is so amazing. Please, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and a bit of a background, and we can really dive into this juicy subject?
Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I already love chatting with you. We just started and I already enjoy it.
Awesome.
So gosh, where should I start? Like grew up in a very I grew up very connected to nature. My family and we lived. I mean, we lived in the city during the winter, but like in the summer we would go to the cottage, and it was like right next to forests and forest lakes, and we just we foraged in the forest, we swam in the lakes, we bike. It was just so beautiful, and so I have a very natural lifestyle. It was just ingrained in me, and I was always very interested in health and fitness. So when I went to university, I studied kinesiology and health sciences, and then I worked as a personal trainer for a while. And what happened is that I started realizing that because kinesiology is all it's like focusing on the physical body. Kinesiology, I mean, there's different definitions of kinesiology, but what I'm talking about is the study of human movement and human health. So that's the
Yeah.
kinesiology I studied. And when I just came out of university, I thought, okay, well, I learned everything there is to know about health. Uh, and health is all about the body. For the most part, that's what I thought. Like health is all about the body. And then when I worked as a personal trainer, I started noticing trends. Because I gave people, like the right kind of exercises, but some people did really well and some people didn't. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, why is that happening? Like, how does that work? And I started realizing that the psyche has a lot to do with it, with health. It's like, because some people, like they ate, like they were like emotional eaters. So when they were stressed out, they would like, even though they knew that the food is not what they should be
Yeah.
eating, they still like, you know.
Yeah.
And then there was this trend of people who were in good, happy relationships did better than people who were in stressful relationships. So I was like, I
Oh,
just started connecting all these dots, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, health is not just about the body. There's just so much more to that. Um, and then, I mean, on a personal level, what happened? I actually, because I used to be a bodybuilder and I used to lift really, really heavy. And
wow.
yeah, and
Grow some muscles.
I still have muscle, but like definitely not the way it used to be. But yeah, I used to be like that. I loved I mean, I still love it, but I don't do it in the same way. But basically what happened is that I was squatting. I remember I think it was 180 pounds. It was like a really heavy weight. Like I was squatting, it was more than my body weight. And when I was getting up from the squat, something happened in my lower abdomen. it felt like a cramp. I thought it was a cramp. And then it started escalating. And basically what ended up happening is that my ovary went into torsion. Like it,
Oh my,
yeah. And anyways, and it all cascaded. Like my health after that started, um, going downhill. And I was so confused because here I am. I have a degree in kinesiology. I know everything about health, and I'm having this issue. So I started exploring further, and I just learned more and more about how our emotions impact our health, how our energy, how health actually starts at the level of energy. And the key to vibrant health is to harmonize the energy inside of our body. So that's how it all progressed. I just like started learn more and more, and I just realized that health is just this very big, very interconnected ecosystem of many different aspects of life versus being
yeah,
focused on the body. Yeah.
yeah. So many levels. It's mad.
Yeah.
So, what is the deepest shift that someone must take to step into their highest level of success and fulfillment? So, not just like a superficial, this is an action to take. What is that deeper shift someone needs to go through?
I would say I believe that each person on this planet, actually each living being, it could be like animals, trees, people, anything that is alive, has a
Mm-hmm.
destiny, has like a unique destiny. And the key is to align with our own unique destiny path. And as long as we walk our unique destiny path, that's how success gets created very easily. And everything lines up really perfectly. And things like life just becomes very easy. It's not, it becomes like it's not particularly easy because of the
Yeah, yeah.
social,
Life 50-50. You're going to have your struggles, but it's
yeah.
I suppose it's more in the flow, it's more effortless, it's more natural. Okay, so now how do you get to this destiny? Like, how do you find that? I mean, it sounds wonderful and it sounds so easy and it sounds magical, but the deeper question is how does a day-to-day person know? How do you find that? And how then do you know this is me and this is going to make me unbelievably happy?
Yeah, very good question. So I wish I had my prop. I typically have an acorn. I love acorns.
Okay.
So let's just imagine an acorn. Okay,
Yeah.
so this little seed, and the little like inside that seed, there's a code. Like it's coded to become
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
it knows what to do. It doesn't. Nobody has to teach it. Nobody has to like coach it or
Yeah.
tell you like it knows what to do. So it has this
Right.
coding. And we as human beings, I believe we also have the same coding inside of us to go from a baby, from like a fetus to a
Yeah.
baby to a child to an adult and elder. And we all have the same coding. So the key is to listen to our intuition, is to be able to connect with our intuition. Now, there's
Yeah.
ways to, like, for me, it comes very naturally. And I think it's because I spent so much time in the forest.
Yep.
As I said, I grew up, I was raised like to be in and I spend every day in nature. I can't, anytime, if I have to be like, for example, our winter here is really cold. This winter was like super cold. I think there were like maybe 2 or 3 days that I couldn't go outside because it was so cold. I was not happy. Like it's just I have to be nature. And I think all human beings, because we are part of nature, right? Like we are made out of nature, like our
Yep.
body, you know. So I find for me personally, going into nature and just observing how nature works and just listening to deeper um to like a deeper kind of conversation that happens, because we have our mind and there's like chatter, chat 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 chat, but if we just quiet this down and we kind of like sink down into our body, there's like a whole new messaging, a whole new knowledge you can access. And I believe that's how you find out your destiny. And the way you know that you're on the path is you do alignment check. It's like, let's say, and that's how I live my life. I receive, like, let's say I receive lots of opportunities. I don't say yes to all opportunities. I always do alignment check. It's like, so let's say someone invites me to an interview, and I tune into my body and I ask my body, how does that feel? Does it feel right? Or do I feel tension? Or uh, if it feels right, if I'm relaxed and happy and excited, this is the right path. If there's some sort of like disharmony in my body, I'm like, okay, that this is a sign that this is not for me. And I just say no. And that's how you keep going. But it's not easy because society,
Yeah.
tells you what to do, what to think, how
Yep.
to, dress, how to whatever.
To
But
think.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
can tune into yourself and just, you know, be true to yourself, your destiny is going to reveal itself pretty
Oh,
easy.
yeah. I love you so much. You speaking my language, girl. I just love everything about that. And I agree with you. I mean, if I'm stuck in an office all day, I feel so ratty. I feel irritable. And the minute I go outside or just go and look at the moon or feel the wind, like I get you. It's just, I just love that. So would you say that is how, would it answer the same question, is that is how we can move beyond struggle into a state of more flow and where success comes easier, is the intuition part, like your truth from your higher self, like really connecting and understanding that it's a message from spirit and not a message from your primal brain, kind of thing, like understanding that.
Yeah, like that's the key. It's like recognizing what, because it feels differently. Like there's different energy. Like when the message comes from you, like at least that's how I experience it. When
Yeah.
it's from the mind, it feels more solid. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, and it's like more, I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but it's kind of like,
Pushy. Don't feel it's almost pushy. It's almost, it's louder, it's stronger. It's not
yeah,
gentle. And it,
yeah,
yeah, it's yeah.
exactly. It's more rigid. It's
Yeah,
more, but when it's
like
intuition,
a
and I
masculine,
typically feel it here. Hmm?
yeah, like a masculine energy versus like just this very soft, feminine, flowy kind of whisper. You
Yeah,
know, Oprah always says the whispers of the universe. I love that because
love
to
it.
me
Yeah,
that is the intuition. I love that.
yeah,
So
exactly.
good.
Yeah. So,
Um,
mhm.
yeah.
No, I'm just
So
saying. So,
what?
like, if you follow your intuition, like if you commit to following your intuition, life becomes very easy because making decisions becomes so easy. It's like instead of, you know, weighing your pros and cons and but what
Yeah,
if this or
make
what if
a list.
that? Hmm?
Yeah, drawing up those lists. Should
Yeah.
I? Shouldn't I?
Yeah, but if
Right.
you follow your intuition, it's like you know your answers like immediately. Like I don't have to. That's how I decide things. Like I don't spend almost any time at all on making decisions. I just tune in. If it's a yes, I go for it. If it's a no, I don't. And
Yeah. And
you
it's
know,
practicing that like a muscle that we say, like a muscle, like going to gym. It's practicing that because I know many years ago, when I first like, oh, intuition, what's that? Let me look into that. How do I do that? And you question it so much, right? It's like, what is it? Show me a sign. Where's the sign? La, la. But it is really just trusting and following that advice as it hits, that you
yeah,
start realizing, oh, I can trust it. It can come easy, but it really takes practice. It really takes you being very mindful and aware of what you are doing and the outcome that you
yeah.
want.
And it
Yeah,
takes courage too. Again, it's because of like how society is designed. It takes courage because
sure.
say if your intuition says pack your bags and go to Italy for a month.
Yes, please.
You know, but
Yeah, sure.
you look at your life and you're like,
Yeah.
but how, like that does not make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know, so it's hard, but if you do it, you'll very likely to realize that it was like the best decision of your life, you know.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so beautiful. So, what would you say? What inner transformation would be required to create a life? But not even just the life, your life's work. So, we're talking about entrepreneurs and all that as well. So, what inner transformation would you have to go through to create your life's work that you not only thrive, but it just deeply nourishes you, right? Because there's so many people who do things simply for the financial reward or simply for that success, drive, drive, drive. And when they sit down at night, man, there's so many people that are just so unhappy with what they do. What would you say with that inner transformation? What would have to take place to get to that point of
Yeah.
nourishment, true nourishment?
You know, it goes back to the destiny conversation. So it's, first of all, it's my experience is that when people are connected to their destiny path, like truly connected to their destiny path, it's like it's something bigger than themselves. It takes them beyond themselves, like the small human. It's like it becomes so much bigger. The vision is so strong and powerful that they tend to like put, you know, the little mediocre things to the side, and they just go for it. Now the thing is, again, it's because the way our society is designed, it's like it can be hard to follow the destiny path. But so the inner transformation that needs to take place is getting stronger and learning how to transform past beliefs and behavior patterns and
Yeah,
adjust them to the new path. So it's
sure.
like, for example, because you see, I have a vision. I had this vision for so many years, like at least 10, more than 10 years now. I know that I will create a retreat center. It's like I keep receiving visions constantly.
Really?
Yeah. And I
Wow.
tried not to do it many times because it's really hard, you know?
Yes.
And I tried, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just do this, or, you know, but I just keep coming back to it. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? That's my destiny. I'm just gonna go for it, you know. But what I keep doing, because it's such a new things for me. I mean, I never built a retreat center before. So I have a lot of past conditioning, like
Yeah,
programming, you know, like my
sure.
nervous system is programmed in a
Yeah,
certain way. Uh, so what I keep doing is I do different practices to transform that and align it with my destiny path. So let's say, uh, I know like one of the beliefs that keeps coming up, it's like, you know, am I being a responsible person? Like, shouldn't I just do what other people do and, you know, get a 9 to 5, you know? And
no.
no, right?
Will it make you
And
happy? Hell
it
no.
wouldn't. It wouldn't. So it's like, so I constantly look into, okay, what caused this belief? What, like, why is it showing up? And I just transform it so that I can continue moving on the path that I know that is mine, you know? Yeah,
Yeah, you rescript the story to work in your favor, to work for you,
yeah,
to really build that success. Yes,
yeah.
that's so powerful. Um, what would you say is one of the most powerful practices that someone can adopt to actually align their work with their greatest purpose? What practice would they?
Um, so my preferred, it's like just going to like find whatever works for you to connect with your intuition, like that, because
Okay,
that's the key. You know, either
yeah,
go to nature. Some people meditate. I cannot meditate for the life of me. I tried so many times. I
really,
got so
I
bored.
love it.
You love it? Yeah, a lot of people
I
love it.
love it. I do so much shadow work in meditation and identity shifts, and it took a while. It's exactly like intuition. It takes a while to find a practice that works for you, or to find. A lot of people love guided meditations, I started with that for sure. So it is absolutely that, is to find that thing. And I think it's being curious about what's out there as well, because people do a lot of scripting and journaling and movement and all sorts. And no one can say this is the thing, right? You really need to find that for yourself. So I love that. And I do feel nature for me is a meditative state. If I sit on the beach and I watch the waves, or you walk in a forest, or your mind goes into that, it's just a different zone. Your ego gets plugged out. It's wonderful.
It's so nice. It's so restful. It's like
wonderful, especially when you have a busy mind. It's just the best thing. It's so nice. So like cultivating a sense of aliveness, connection, and impact in our ability to create success. How would this all come together? Like, how would you? I think you're going to answer the same answer, to be truthful. I've got a feeling you're going to say, you know, it is connect with yourself. Like, find out who you are. You know how people say, I'm going to go find myself. It's exactly what it is. I think we've been so conditioned from a child that, again, don't trust your intuition, don't follow your guts. I can't tell you how often I would tell someone I had a feeling in my water. You know, a friend even said to me the other day, what does your water say? I'm like, right, let's go. So I do feel it all comes together with that. I really do. Oh, I'm just so happy chatting with you. It's just absolutely wonderful. Everyone watching, Julia is offering people a free 30-minute breakthrough session. So all the links are in the description below. Go and check it out. She's going to hone in on your vision and then give you an action to take where you can grow in your vision. And did I say all of that right, Julia? Because I think it's fantastic. 30-minute breakthrough session to help you discover all these things that we've been talking about, really get into your passion, your vision, something that nurtures you deeply, that you could just wake up feeling really excited about life instead of feeling really miserable about life. Please get hold of Julia. If there's anything you need from her, you want to chat to her, you want to get on her email list, I have dropped her email down below as well, and you can happily email her, chat to her. That is the way to get hold of her and to connect and to really just take this work deeper, especially if you have questions about this interview. That would be amazing. Julia, thank you so much for your time. I just absolutely love diving deeper with you in it. It just speaks to my soul, everything that you do. I think it is beautiful the way you are helping uplift all humans on the planet with the planet itself. I just absolutely love that connection. Thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, this was wonderful. I really enjoyed our chat. Oh, thank you.
So much love. There's some extra love for you. Thank you, my angel. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.